I started my blog, it was with a simple idea. Travel the world searching for people whose style define who we are today. My name is Scott Schuman, and I am the Sartorialist. When you think of Spain, the most iconic image of Spanish masculinity is the bullfighter. He's somewhere between a warrior and a dancer, literally a life and death sport. The men are so beautiful, and the way they move is so graceful. I mean, how many sports have an element of seduction as part of the sport? Sebastian's not what I would think of as a typical bullfighter. He's very quiet, very gentle. He's not driven by bravado. There's nothing like that light at the end of the day. Sebastian's out there bullfighting, and I can't help but think, wow, that's cool. But to be in Spain and to be in that moment, I knew this was something that I had to do for myself. I personally have no predisposition to loving bullfighting. I probably grew up with it like anyone else in America, through Hemingway books and photographs of bullfighting. And yet I can't help but be conflicted. The brutality, the beauty, the cruelty, the gracefulness. For me, bullfighting's all that wrapped up into one sport. I really didn't know much about the actual uniform of a bullfighter. Although the jacket's very decorative, I thought maybe there was an element of protection, almost like an armor.
A mí me dicen muchas veces de que si esto es para defensa, un toro pesando 550 kilos aproximadamente a una velocidad de 40 kilómetros por hora tiene una fuerza que pasa esto y pasa todo lo que sea. Por lo tanto, no es como defensa. Es simplemente por ese porte, por esa forma, por esa...
To me, the transformation and the ritual that you go through when you're starting to put on those clothes, it's the closest thing that a man has to a corset. You really don't have an option but to stand up straight and strong when you're wearing something like that. The thing, and I have to be totally honest about this, is that I don't really remember ever being afraid. Maybe it's because it reminded me of wrestling when I was growing up. There's something about this immediate connection between me and this bull. It didn't scare me, but it was pure adrenaline.
Estar muy despierto, muy atento, pero también relajado. Es decir, no tienes que mostrar ese miedo, porque realmente el miedo existe. El miedo es fundamental para torear. Pero, lógicamente, no tienes que demostrar ese miedo ni al toro ni a ti mismo. Tienes que superarlo, ¿no?
After doing something like that, we sat around and talked a little bit. But the funny part, I felt like I wanted to go talk to the bull afterwards. I felt like I've gone through this thing with the bull. You know, I had fun sitting down and having a drink with Sebastian, but I wanted to go back and say, hey, come on out, you know? Let's all sit around and talk about how fun this was. You know what you want? Is you want the bull to come out and say, you're a worthy competitor. I want to discover how cultures define themselves through style, and I'm always keeping my eye out for the next big design talent. My name is Scott Schuman, and I'm the Sartorialist.